Okay, so this is going to be another try at Live Blitz. I think this will be Live Blitz 6. So I'm gonna see what's out there, and nothing I want to play. So I'll make a seek for 5-0. So it's going to be a 5-minute game. Well, someone accepted it right away. So this is a guest, so we have no idea how strong this guy is. It's like a fun surprise. So I'll play in English. And I'll play e4, why not? I mean, I'm giving him the square d4, but I'm going to set up a grip on the light squares. Now, I could play d4 if I want to. That could turn into something like a Moroxi bind Sicilian. Well, that option has gone away because he played e5. So the only difference in our positions is the position of my knight on e2. So I can play f4 and he cannot do any such thing. But let's just do some stuff on the queen side first. I'll try and get in b4. He's thinking. Alright, so if he plays a5, then I'll have the square b4 for my knight. So, alright, what's going on here? Maybe I can play knight to d5 here. That's my usual reaction when he has this bishop on e6. Alright, so I'll play knight to d5 here. And this sets up a tactic where if he plays queen d7, I can play bishop to h6. So if he can't take the bishop on h6 because if knight takes f6 check and he loses his queen. So this accomplishes the trade of dark square bishops. My idea is simply to capture on g7. Or, rather, if he lets me, I'll take on f6, because his bishop is pinned to his rook. So let's see how he meets this problem. I still have the option of playing f4, and maybe even pushing to f5 if I want to. And there's always the plan of pushing pawn to b4 to open up the queen side. So a lot of stuff going on for me in this position. He's been thinking for a good... Alright, so... he just brought the knight away. Alright, so now he's threatening to capture on h6. Because I don't have that knight f6 check move. So I gotta take. And he has to take with king now. If he takes with knight, he just loses to knight f6 check. Yeah, he's thinking about this for some reason. Okay. Check. And he's gonna lose his queen. So this game is pretty much over. Yeah, he resigned. See if he wants to play again. Nope, it says he's playing the game. Well, let me just seek another one to see if I can get another 5-minute game in. That one is fairly short. Okay. Samantast. I have no idea what that means. But another guest, so I have no idea what this guy's strength is. Alright, he plays d3 against my Sicilian. I don't know what I do against d3. Probably just e6. Maybe turn it into a King's Indian attack French. Oh, it captures instead. What do I take with here? If I take with pawn, he could push his pawn forward again to d4 and trying to give me a nice laid queen pawn. And if I take with queen, then I have a problem of developing this guy. But I do still have control over d4. Well, some control. I'm going to take with queen to see what happens. If he plays knight c6 to kick me, I'm just going to go back to d8. Alright, so now I'm going to try to clamp down on d4. I'm still not sure how I'm going to develop this guy. Maybe I'll just fianchetto it. Alright, this looks like an odd plan. Oh, castle. Okay, I guess he wants to put a knight on b5? I don't know. So I'll bring my knight into d5. Try and challenge some of his dark squares. Now I'll take with queen. Because maybe I'll put a pawn on e5 to open up this guy towards the king side. And if he plays pawn to c4 to kick my queen, then he just creates all sorts of dark squared weaknesses. Okay, so do I play e5 now, or do I bring my bishop onto the long diagonal? I'll play e5. That opens up this guy too, the bishop on c8. So now I have like a reversed Maroczy bind. Okay, alright. He plays queen e3. Well, I can bring this bishop to f6, where it watches over this pawn and looks at the long diagonal. I could bring the knight in. No, that doesn't work, because my e-pawn's hanging. I don't want to play f6, because that gives me a bad bishop. I guess I could play this, but this bishop d6 gives me no immediate future for that bishop, so I'll bring the bishop to f6. This guards e5 pretty solidly. Alright, now he's hitting this. I have 3 defenders on e5, and he has 3 attackers, but my queen can easily be chased off by playing pawn to c4. So I think it would be a good idea to guard this with another piece, a rook. So my strong point is e5. It's protected 4 times. Alright, now he goes and creates that weakness. So I think I want to play to d6. In fact, I have to, because I have to hold c5. So this is the only move. And he might play bishop a3 to try and put more pressure on c5. See, now I have a new weak point. My weak point is c5 now, so now that I've recognized this, I'll try to protect it the best I can. Like if he plays... Oh, he didn't go after c5. Alright, well, this bishop isn't really doing anything. It's my bad bishop, so I have no problems exchanging this for that knight. And when you've exchanged off your one of your bishops, it's often a good idea to put all your pawns on the same color as that bishop. So I'll put a pawn on f6. So now I have a good pawn chain on dark squares. And my remaining bishop is quite good. So I could go on with my own plan, but I probably should do something about his idea of going after the c5 pawn. So I'll play a5. So it prevents him from advancing his pawn b3 to b4. Alright, so he's attacking my rook. This shouldn't be that hard to meet. But where do I want the rook? How about d8? I'm attacking his back pawn on d3. Alright, see... Oh, I played a game before this, didn't I? So I'm running out of time for this video. I hope I win in 60 seconds. That doesn't seem very likely. Alright, so now he gets behind the pawn that I was threatening, so... I'll jump into d4. So now I have a great knight. And maybe he'll remove it with his bishop, in which case I'll take with queen. Alright, so we're nearing the we're nearing the 602nd mark on Cam Studio, so I have about 60 more seconds to win this game. And if not, I'll just have to cut the video off, because I think this is going to be a pretty good video. Alright, so he's traded, and now I have a rook outpost. He has this weak back pawn, and I think I can just play bishop to f5 and gang up on this back pawn. Alright, so he's counterattacking on b7, but I don't care if he takes that. So, I don't care if he takes b7 because it gives me an open file, and this b pawn is on the open file. So he takes that. Oh no, he didn't take that. I'll just trade bishops then, and I'll double the rooks. And this should be a pretty easy game for me to win, but I don't have time to show you on the video because I can't make it over 11 minutes. So, I'm sorry. I'll talk to you next time.